What's up, guys? So I'm gonna continue this series that I started a few months ago and didn't really follow up with, and I'm just gonna jump right into it. A little bit of background information really helps understanding the character of Cloud Strife. When we first see him during the first Mako Reactor mission, he wears the facade of a withdrawn war veteran. Yet as the story unfolds, it becomes clear that he is merely wearing this facade as a means of suppressing emotions he's not able to deal with directly. He began his life as a social outcast, frequently struggling with feelings of rejection. He very much had trouble finding his place in society. In the beginning, apart from his mother, he only had one tangible social connection with anybody, and that was Tifa, which was only a casual association. After being blamed for her incident in Nibelheim, Cloud becomes even more reclusive. He fantasizes about becoming a powerful figure like Sephiroth, to the point of idolizing him. To a young Cloud, Sephiroth represents everything he wants to be. He has a very loose understanding of social dynamics, and has frequent feelings of inadequacy. And he likely feels like if he becomes more like Sephiroth, or at least adopts the identity of a soldier, those will go away. Obviously, this is conjecture because he is a video game character, but the distress of acknowledging how unhappy he is with himself would potentially have devastating consequences at this point in his life. Ultimately, Cloud decides to join Soldier, which is likely a last-ditch attempt at finding his place in the world. Unfortunately, he fails at this too. Sephiroth represents an idealized version of himself, one he has relied on for strength of character and motivation. Zack, on the other hand, is Cloud's superior, and is somebody that he holds a deep amount of respect for. He, apart from Tifa, also likely provides his first true friendship, especially with another male. Sephiroth killing Zack would likely be completely devastating to Cloud. These two individuals acting as his idealist support system has destroyed the only real progress he has made towards the life he's wanted. At this point, it is to be expected that Cloud would unravel. He has no more foundations for which his stability to hold on to. When Cloud assumes Zack's character, he is psychologically defending himself from self-destructing. He couldn't let himself believe that his only friend had died and he wasn't able to save him. It would also be very reminiscent for him of the situation that he dealt with Tifa in childhood. Concurrently, Cloud could also convince himself that he wasn't a failure within Soldier. If he is Zack, then his world has not been destroyed around him. It is the only thing left for him to do. It is unlikely that he has schizophrenia. He doesn't have enough of the negative symptoms or disorganization to warrant a diagnosis of catatonic schizophrenia or disorganized schizophrenia. However, he could be in the midst of a dissociative state, also known as a fugue state, which would have been forged to protect himself. And this is very well documented within victims of trauma, people with PTSD, especially war veterans, so it's not unlikely, especially with his character being a war veteran. And in that case, I still hold on to my previous deduction of PTSD, although with the noted issues that he's had within his childhood of feelings of rejection, and his young adulthood issues with identity, both, biological and psychological, it is actually possible that he does have borderline personality disorder. Though it is not displayed directly in the game itself, as we are seeing the aftermath, likely it could be seen before the game itself. Cloud remains this way for about a year before he meets up with Tifa, and after this he forges a real group of friends which he did not have before. He finds his place in society, which is something he really needed to do. He ends up, despite being in the midst of a worldwide conflict, being in the best psychological position he's ever been in. There is also very much a significance whenever he gives the black materia to Sephiroth. Sephiroth, and in essence his identity, still has control over him, both tangibly and intangibly. But Cloud is starting to truly understand that this is not sustainable, both literally and figuratively. Despite this, he continues to grow and understand love and support. At this point, he no longer needs the crutch that Zack's identity has provided for him. In any case, the truth of his character is revealed in one monumental moment of self-exploration, as he sacrifices his dependency on both Zack and Sephiroth. It is not unsurprising that Cloud would enter a catatonic state after this situation, but it is a huge testament to his strength that he is able to, once again, get out of it by accepting the help of a true friend, in that of Tifa. He completes the game having an actual identity, which is what he lacked before, and he truly appreciates what it is to be Cloud Strife. And that is it for my analysis. So I just wanted to update the last video I made, and I'm going to continue with this series, especially if people enjoy it. So as always, if you like my video, subscribe. If you like my music, buy it. And if you hate me, tell everybody. Out.
Pizzaboynizza. 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 Pizzaboynizza.